Alright, hey Faceless with that. I'm gonna get started here in just a minute. I'm just trying to look for some notes just in case so I can stay on track. But I'm gonna go ahead. Are you in digital marketing since your TikTok is faceless? Looks like you might be in digital marketing as well. But happy Monday, you guys. Happy new week. Hope you guys have had a good day. It's been busy for me and it's been productive, I guess. Mondays are always, the busiest, and I always feel like I can get the most done on a Monday. I don't know why. But I love Mondays, actually. I love Mondays, especially now since I don't have to go and clock into a job. That's what I'm going to be sharing here today, is how you can do that as well, and how, this opportunity can give you that option of not having to go back to a job and not having to clock in or be away from your kids, because that's part of my story, because I'm a mom and I just wanted to find a way, to stay home and be there for my kids instead of being away at a job. So but I'm going to share this whole digital marketing business and what this all is, what it all entails, what you'll be getting into if you do want to jump into something like this, and just what to expect, and just some of the things that I've been learning, just share my story once again. But yeah, and why I'm doing it as well. And I'm just here to give hope, and to share this opportunity, help another mom out there who's maybe looking for another way instead of, having to be away from your kids. You want to find a way to earn from home and be around your kids. So this opportunity can give you that. And I'm here to share pretty much what you would be doing, and pretty much, what I do, especially in a 2-hour workday. And then, just go from there and share, how you can get started and what you'll actually be doing and what I do pretty much. But if you guys are new here, welcome. I'll just go ahead and share my story. But if you're new, welcome. My name is Monice, and like I say in my videos, I'm a busy mom of 3, and I was just looking for a way to stay home so I could be there for my kids instead of being away at a job. Hey Nicole, how are you today? I didn't want to have sacrificed time being away, and I just wanted to work from home like so many other moms out there. And I would just search online pretty much on Pinterest, on Google, and just search for different ways to make money online. And I actually, just wanted to bring in an income while I'm with my kids. I didn't want to have to go back to a job, because I was at a point of having to choose between my kids or a job, and I took the risk of just staying home and being with and stay with my kids. But I am thankful my husband still works, so I have been a stay-at-home mom and been doing this online business and been able to learn and earn how to make an income online. And so I just actually was praying for a way. I asked God, what's a way, for me? Hey, Side Hustle, how are you today, my friend? How's it going? Happy Monday. How's your day been? But yeah, I actually just prayed, over it, and asked God, what's a way for me to stay home so that I don't, have to go back to a job. Because if I did go back to a job, I knew that I wouldn't be making as much, because I don't have a degree or have never really had any type of higher position to where I could earn, higher income, or higher PAY, hourly PAY. But I just knew that if I did go back to a job, it wouldn't cover all our debt that we were drowning in. And I just knew that a job was just enough to it's barely enough to make ends meet nowadays. It's barely enough. People are still struggling and they're working a job, and I wasn't trying to rely on a job. So I just, prayed over, asking God what's another way, and he sent me this opportunity. I was wasn't really looking for digital marketing, you know. I always say digital marketing found me. And so I was just scrolling one day on FB, like so many of you out there are probably scrolling, and I just seen a post on FB that said 2-hour workday, non-MLM, no tech, no experience, no degree, and 100% profit. And I thought, you know, is this another MLM thing? You know, hey, Katarzyna, welcome. So I actually made a comment on the post that the lady made. She messaged me right away, sent me some information, but I kind of ignored her message for like 2 months. And so, hey, how's it going, Susan? I ignored her message, and then I just, you know, went about and enjoyed our summer vacation, you know, with my kids, my family. So 2 months had passed, and when my kids had to go back to school, I had to find something to do. Plus my husband was out of a job, so he had to go back to work, find another job as well. And but like I said before, I wasn't trying to go back to a job because you know, we were drowning like in debt and falling behind on our credit card bills, but I knew a job wouldn't be enough to cover all our debt, you know, so I just wanted to find another way. And so you know, God sent me this opportunity. That's when I went back to the message that the lady, you know, had sent me some more information to look into this, and she, you know, sent me her website. So I checked it out. I looked into it more. I did my research, you know, and just I ended up attending this free webinar to where I could ask more questions and just see what I would be doing, you know, just learn more about the opportunity. And so I attended this free webinar, and I also ended up hearing, you know, all these stories of people earning an income in such a short amount of time, and to where they were able to leave their job, or, you know, there was a working mom who was able to leave both her jobs that she had. She had 2 jobs at one point. And then another dad who was able to, you know, jump online and start this online businesses instead of having to go back to a job when he had lost his job after 25 years. So I, you know, was inspired by their story, and I just thought, if they could do it, why can't I? And so I jumped in 3 days later, not knowing anything. And hey, Bertha, hey, Abby. And, you know, I had never been on TikTok before. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had never been, you know, on TikTok before. I never did any of these videos. And so I just, you know, jumped in without knowing anything. But all I do now is just follow the step-by-step process. It's, you know, you just watch these 5 to 7 minute videos is what I do. And you just implement what you learn, you know, from each video that you watch. And so we have a step-by-step blueprint if you guys want to gain access. Hey, Miguel, you can get it for free if you go to the LINK, my profile, dailypay.com, and I can send it to you if you are wanting to learn as well, and how to, you know, earn an income online if that's what you're, you know, looking for or looking to do. But I, you know, just ended up following the step-by-step process. Hey, is it Jilly, Marty? Welcome. And, you know, it pretty much tells me every single day what to do, because we have a multi-millionaire, Michelle O'Neill, who's our mentor. So, if, you know, if there's a multi-millionaire who's already been successful and done this, you know, that's who you want to learn from. And so that's where all our training is provided and given from Michelle O'Neill herself. So you know, she pours into us every single day, and she does all the training, and I just watch these videos, you know, every day, and just learn and earn at the same time, how to build my business, how to earn an income online, and how to grow, you know, and build my brand, you know. So I'm marketing 4 done for you digital products here, but that's what's given, you know, when you invest in this online business. Hey, Louise. And so you would either market those 4 done for you digital products if you want, or you can create your own digital products. So if you guys know what digital marketing is, you know, let me know. Or if you're not sure what it is, put a 1 in the chat. I can go over what digital marketing is. But that's pretty much what this whole online business is digital marketing. And, you know, you can market these done for you digital products that, you know, someone else created, and you're receiving 100% profit, because you are also receiving what's called the master resale rights. to be able to resell it over and over again as many times as you want. So we don't have physical products here, you know, they're all online. And then you would be part of, you know, you'd receive all this training. It's like going to college, you know, but this is online. So it's an e-learning program, and it's a live interactive program to where, you know, you're not just thrown into this by yourself and, you know, you know, you join and they tell you good luck, right? You know, you're actually going to be part of a interactive group. We have live interactive calls every single day, so you can actually ask questions and, you know, like jump on these calls with the multimillionaire Michelle herself. And she actually puts us into breakout rooms, you know, so we can actually come together in like these small groups and then go over what it is we're learning that day, and we can talk to each other. And so it's live and it's interactive, and we have these daily calls every week. And so that's what I love about this program, plus the mentorship is free. So, you know, when you join something and want to do like some type of business, you don't want to be by yourself doing it. You know, you want to be part of like a group of other people who are also learning and doing it, because it's hard to do it by yourself. So, you know, that's what's great about this program, this e-learning program, is that you receive that free training, the free mentorship, and you would also be part of that community. And we have, I think, 56,000 members right now in our community. And then you would be able to join for free as well, because I remember, because I've actually done other side hustles. If anyone out there has tried other things in the past and maybe hasn't worked out for you, you know, put a 1 in the chat. I'd love to know, because especially if you've tried like network marketing maybe, or, you know, MLM companies, I've done that. And then my husband and I, we've tried a real estate investment business to where, you know, we put a lot of money into learning how to invest, you know, in real estate. And so we actually lost a lot of money as well. But the coaching was free to begin with, but then we had to pay later on. And then aside from the coaching, we also had to, you know, we had all the training and modules, but I forgot where I was going with this. The program, I forget. But anyway, you know, the program is just like as if you're going to go to college. And so you would have to make that investment just like when you invested in your education. You know, if you want to learn these skills on how to make money online, you have to learn, you know, just like how you went to college. You know, if you want to become a nurse or a lawyer, whatever it is, you have to learn the skills. You know, you have to graduate and learn how to become a nurse or whatever it is, you know, you want to study. But here, you know, you're going to be working for yourself. So, you know, you're going to be like your own boss pretty much. So, you know, if you're looking for a way to like have more control of your time or have, you know, even more income, you know, not a lot of people do this just because of the income. Yes, the income is a major part of it, but you know, a lot of people want that time to be with their family, because, you know, when you're working a job, you're gone all day, you're away from your family, and people want that time back. You know, people, especially moms, for me anyway, if you can relate, hey, is it Vero and Shina? I'm sorry if I say it wrong. You know, a lot of moms are wanting to be able to just stay home, and so they've been able to do this. And I forget what I was talking about. Okay, but you know, it's just something you have to look into, you know, to see for yourself if it's something you want to do. Marsha, is it Marsha? Welcome. And you know, a lot of moms are doing this just to have, you know, enough to stay home, to feed their kids, and to just help out, you know, take care of some of the bills, and like just buy things their kids need or whatever they, you know, want to do. They can buy their kids what they want without feeling guilty or without having to check their bank account, or they just want to spoil their kids with a special treat or whatever it is. That's like just the little things that matter for us moms. But for myself, going back to my story, my husband, since he's still working his 9-to-5 job, but we would rely on just that one stream of income. And like after the mortgage or rent is taken care of, and then you have all these bills, utility bills or whatever, and then you have to put more towards the car, and gas, and like there would be barely anything left for food, right? And so I didn't want to keep living that way, and I just wanted to find another way to not only provide financially and help out, contribute financially, and take care of some of the bills, but I wanted to bring in extra income so we can actually do other things aside from just working, right? And that's another reason why I didn't want to go back to a job, because I didn't want to have to just work to pay the bills, right? I always knew there was more to life than just working and paying bills, and I just wanted pretty much more, and wanted more for my family. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is for my family and to help out another mom who's wanting the same. And I also wanted that change, because when you go and work, and I also wanted that change because when you go and work, you wake up, like my husband, he wakes up at 4 in the morning, right? And he does that every single day, and it's like nonstop. You're on this hamster wheel of doing the same thing every day. And so I didn't want to go back to that, because I have been a working mom at one point, and then a stay-at-home mom, and then working mom again. So I didn't want to have to go back to that. And with my 3 kids, juggling work and then kids and then the house, it gets overwhelming and like stressful. And so I just wanted to be able to work from home, like I said, and be able to be there for my kids, because time is going by so fast. My kids are growing up so fast, and my oldest, he's almost gonna be 15. So I just want to spend as much time with them as I possibly can before they're out the door, living their own lives, having their own family, and just be able to create this legacy for them and build something that I can pass down, right? And so that's some of my goals, and to be able to bring my husband home from his 9-to-5 job, I'd love to do that as well. And there's a couple other stories I'd like to share of other moms who are doing this, but I think that's pretty much my story and why I'm doing this and why I started. But mainly gain time, and to be together as a family and do fun things together, even if it's just to go out to eat, right? Going out to eat is so expensive nowadays. So that's one thing we like to do as a family. And then I want to be able to take my family on vacation as well, take them on a family vacation. Hello, Ruth. And just be able to do, those kinds of things and live our life, like enjoy our life, because like I don't want to just have to work just to pay the bills. And my husband, he works every single day. He works and provides for us. And so I just want to be able to just, build this online business to where we have more options. And so this is what this online business can offer is, more opportunities, more flexibility, more freedom, right? Hey, Jan, welcome. And I just want to be able to, not only have that time, but I want to, like I said, leave a legacy for my kids so that they're set and okay to where they don't have to worry about the bills, and they can, just live and enjoy their lives. And so I'm going to leave that legacy for them, and, pass this down to my kids. But pretty much I think that's most of my story. Another mom that I also look up to and her story inspires me, I'll go ahead and share. But Hello, Six Figure Mimi, welcome. Thanks for the hearts. How are you today? Where are you joining in from? I probably should have. Oh, thank you for the heart, me. I had some people jumping in. I know people jump in and out, but maybe I should have asked more questions and asked them where they were joining in from. Doing good. That's good to hear. Louisiana. Wow. How is it in the South? Is it still pretty warm? It's up here where I'm at. I'm in Washington State. Hey, Rachel. And so it's getting cooler, especially in the evening. But it's nice still. It's sunny today. Usually it's rainy and cloudy. But it is pretty warm still. That's good to hear. I wish it was still warm here. Because I'm actually up, by Seattle, so about an hour away almost. But yeah, how long have you been doing are you with Legacy as well? I believe you are. But I know we have a lot of people in our community, and I love our support, the support system we have, and how supportive we are of each other, and just, our community that you would be a part of doing this. We're like people from all walks of life are doing this, right? So we have people as young as 18 up to 80s, even 90s doing this. And it's just amazing to see how many people are making this work, and how many people are being successful, and how many moms and dads and just families' lives are being changed every single day doing this. But you would be part of this community if you do jump into this, and you would be surrounded by pretty much like-minded individuals who are like wanting the same thing. They have similar goals and similar we're all doing the same thing, trying to build our own online businesses. And you'd be surrounded by all the support when you jump into this program, or this community, and you would be pretty much in business for yourself, but you wouldn't be by yourself. So that's what's great about this. You are gonna be part of this movement, pretty much, I like to call it. People are locking arms and joining in together. Hey, is it Charlie, right? And they're we're on this movement together, trying to create this change, pretty much, because I believe this is the future. Digital marketing is where it's at. Like, it's a $1.3 a day industry, and so many people are jumping into it, and by 2027 it's going to be $3 billion a day. So now is the best time to jump in, and like digital marketing this business is so simple to do. And so you just have to be open to learning, learning something new, be coachable, and just John, hey, welcome, John. Be willing to do whatever it takes. You have to be willing to create these videos, be willing to put yourself out there, and just show up for the person who needs this, because that's all I do. And I can go over the 2-hour workday if you guys are curious on what the 2-hour workday is. Just put 2-hour in the chat, but I can go over that and show you what I do, and then or explain what I do. But yeah, we're all in this together, right? And we're trying to just bring this awareness, that there's another way. You don't have to work a job anymore, because this is the future. Everything's going digital. Everyone's always on their phone, and people are jumping online to do everything and anything. Like, you can shop online, pay your bills online, you can even purchase a home or a car online. Everyone does their grocery shopping online. And so why not earn an income online? And you can turn your phone, the device you hold in your hand, into something like valuable, a tool that will actually help you and your family, to where it's bringing you multiple streams of income, especially through these done for you digital products, to where you receive 4 streams of income when when you invest in the highest level, and we have 4 different levels I can go over, but I invested in the highest one, which is the most popular, the $900 level. And then, you know, you get all 4 streams of income. And then from there we have 600, and then 300 and 100, and each, you know, stream of income, or each level is however many streams of income you receive. So if you start at 9, you get all 4. If you start at 6, you get 3. If you start at 3, you get 2, and then the 100 is the 1. And of course you can upgrade, you know, if you don't want to start at the 900, you can start at 100, the 100 level, and upgrade from there. And we do have PA-YMINT plans as well. So if you're not able to, you know, cover the full investment up front, you can start on an installment plan. But, you know, we market these done-for-you digital products, and then you create these 5 to 7 second videos, or even 30 to second videos, you know, pretty much, and you post 3 pieces of content a day, which is what I do, at least 2 to 3 pieces. And then, so I'm just going to go over the 2-hour workday. And then from there, you want to be able to plug into training. So that's why I say you have to just be willing to learn new things, you know, and be willing to watch these 5 to 7 minute videos. You know, if you can do that, then, you know, you can do this online business. It's that simple. So you just watch these 5 to 7 minute videos, plug into training every day, put in the time to learn, you know, and to create these videos and to do your training. And then from there, you want to be able to go live like how I'm doing here. And then if you're able to, if TikTok gives you permission to go live, if not, you can actually post free ads in the meantime. And we have a free ads method to where you can market your business for free using the free ads method. And you know, a lot of people who do jump into this, you know, some, they don't want to market the program itself. They actually end up creating their own digital products, which I'm still learning how to do, but you can do that. Say you have a specific niche, or you have knowledge in a certain area, you know, that you're passionate about. You can share and create a digital product in that niche, say cooking or baking or photography or fishing even, or whatever it is. You know, you can create a digital product and just share all about, you know, what you know about it. And you can create a digital product to where you can put on your website, and you receive, you know, a profit from that, either a guideline or PDF format, whatever it is that you create, even an ebook. We have a mom who created like a guideline for homeschooling, you know, for other homeschooling moms. Is it BB? Welcome. She created a guideline for other homeschooling moms who want to, or other moms who want to homeschool, because she's a homeschooling mom herself. So she created her own digital product for homeschooling, you know, how to homeschool. And so, hey Nicole, welcome. And so you can create your own digital products doing this homeschooling, you know, how to homeschool. And so, hey Nicole, welcome. And so you can create your own digital products doing this. Maybe you already have a business. A lot of business owners, you know, they jump into this because they want to learn the skills of how to market their business. So you can learn how to do that, you know, through digital marketing. And we teach you what's called attraction marketing. So you set up your social media account the right way, and you learn how to attract customers, more clients, and, you know, customers to your business through this digital marketing business. And you can post your business, you know, as your website, and then you would just direct them, you know, your potential customers to your website if they're, you know, wanting to do business with you. So whatever type of business, we have a lot of real estate agents who do this online digital business, just to learn the skills of digital marketing so they can market more, you know, market their business and receive more clientele. And you can help other business owners set up their business account or set up their social media account the right way, and help them that way so that they can, you know, start marketing their business for free using social media. Then, you know, if you want to do all 3, you can, or you can do like the digital products and the done-for-you digital products. But yeah, you can help, you know, either contractors, real estate agents we have who do this, maybe people who have an online boutique, you can help them. Hey Patricia, welcome. And you can help them, market their business and help them attract more customers to their business. Or if you're a business owner yourself, you can invest in this program and then start learning the skills of digital marketing and attraction marketing to gain more customers. So that's a little bit about what we do, and some of the things, like even if you would have no idea what to market, we also provide 200 products in the program itself that you can choose from, and you can market one of those products. So this is all digital, of course, though. And then from there, you just, like I said, follow the process. It's a step-by-step process. And it's beginner friendly. You don't need to have any tech skills doing this. If you know how to upload a picture, how to check your email, or even create a post on social media, that's how simple this business is. And then, yeah, that's how simple it is. There's no experience. You don't need a degree. I don't have a degree. And when you do, start your training and watching the videos, you want to set up your business on autopilot. So we have what's called an automated system that does the back-end work for us, so that we're not having to cold message anyone. We're not having to DM or cold call. We're not having to bother or ask any of our family. We don't have to bother our friends or family, and we don't have to ask anyone to buy from us, because this automated system takes care of everything in the back end, so that we don't have to be on our phone, right? Unlike network marketing, you have to DM people, you have to ask people to buy from you, and you have to recruit and build a team with network marketing. Digital marketing, you're not having to do any of that because of the automated system. And this automated system works 24/7, and that's what allows us to be able to work around our kids and be able to earn an income while we're at home. Even people in their sleep are earning an income, and people who are on vacation are able to earn an income. There's this one mom, she actually, is a mom of 3 as well. She has 3 boys, but she used to have a baking business. Excuse me. And she just wanted to find a way to bring in a real income, because in her baking business, she would make $10,000 in 1 year, but then 6,000 of that would go back towards her supplies that she needed and all the ingredients that she needed. So she only made 4,000, in reality, in 1 year. And so that wasn't enough, right, for her family. So she wanted to find a way to bring in a real income. So she jumped into this online business, and she, started learning, at her own pace, how to do these videos. And she started learning and earning at the same time. She's been able to be a stay-at-home mom, and instead of going back to a job or going back to nursing school, she's been able to earn an income around her family and be with her kids. And she even earned an income, while she took her family on vacation. So she was able to, I think it was 7 months into the business, she was able. Hey Hope, how's it going? How are you, my friend? Long time no see. Where you been? How you been? Nice to see you here. Are you, I'm wondering, are you still, promoting or marketing Legacy? Because I know you jumped into another, is it also digital marketing, another company? But I was talking about, what's her name? Michelle. No, her name is Kristen. Oh no, Christina. But she actually, was able to take her family on vacation. And while she even brought her brother-in-law on vacation. While they were on vacation, she earned like $3,400 while she was on vacation. And so, she, because of that automated system, she was able to enjoy time with her family and earn an income, and bring in an income. That automated system was able to bring in an income while she was away on vacation. And then I think A couple weeks later, she was able to earn another like 4K or something. Hey Nicole, welcome. But you know, that's the power of having your business on autopilot, because you know, where else can you work a business or have a business, especially if it's like a brick and mortar or type of business, or if you're self-employed, you know, you have to be there in person. You know, it still takes your time away, right? So here with an automated system, you're able to work without having to be there. And so, you know, are there any business owners out there? Let me know. I'd love to know if you own maybe your own shop or cafe, maybe, or maybe you're a real estate agent yourself. I know Hope was, or she still is, if she's still on here. But you know, that's how we're able to gain time to be with our family, is because of that automated system. And so let's see here. That's one of the stories, you know, of a mom. Her story inspires me because she loves baking, and she's a mom of 3 like me. So her story, I relate to her story because, you know, we have those things in common. And so, but now she's taken off. You know, one of her videos went viral. I think it got like almost, yeah, it's at 1 million now. But you know, she's been able to do this for a whole year now, and you know, she's been doing really well, earning 5 figures a month, and you know, pretty soon probably 6 figures. But there's also a couple other stories I could share, but I think that's pretty much some things about the business. Oh, it's also global, the business. You can work from anywhere. So wherever you're at, you know, if you're here in the US, you know, we have a lot of people in the US. We have a lot of people in Canada, in Europe, all parts of Europe, and then New Zealand, Australia, and some parts of Asia. But a lot of people in our community are actually in South Africa doing this. And there's I believe 20 self-made millionaires in Africa earning rand money. They're earning US dollars, you know, in South Africa. And so you can work this business from anywhere. And you know, there are already 5 billion people using social media. So you learn these skills, right, to market your business and attract these customers from all over the world. And you're able to earn an income, you know, all from using your phone, working that 2-hour workday that I went over. And you're able to earn 100% profit, right? And, you know, you're able to help people from all over the world pretty much. And you're attracting other moms. If that's what your niche is, that's what my, you know, my target audience is other moms. But you're able to, you know, build your business, a global business. Hey Ziggy, welcome. And you're able to just, you know, like you can go anywhere, right, in the world and do this online business. So you know, that's like what's it called, having a lifestyle, the internet lifestyle business, where you know, you can work on the beach, right, or you can work just wherever you want to go, right? You can do whatever it is you want with your day, and whenever, you know, unlike a job where you have to ask time off or you have to ask for vacation leave, and you know, sometimes you don't get approved, right? But this is happening though for so many people, for a lot of people in our community. And but for me, you know, for other moms who are doing this, you know, we just want enough to stay home, and we just want to make enough to feed our kids, right? Especially for me, you know, having to rely on my husband's one stream of income. I just wanted to find a way. Hey Erica, welcome. How are you, girl? I wanted to find a way, you know, to just have enough to buy food for my kids. And so you know, nothing fancy. Like, I'm a simple person, you know, I don't need a nice big house or a brand new car or anything like that. I just want enough to, you know, buy my kids things that they need, or to, you know, go out to eat, like I said, with, you know, the whole family, and just to have enough to buy food, because everything's going up, right? Everything's so expensive now. And so, you know, this is what a lot of moms are doing, and so many people are jumping into this because, you know, the world is going digital. I believe that this is the future, and, you know, we have a community that you'd be surrounded by, you know, who are all like-minded individuals who are also doing this. How's it going? Are you still in here? Where are you at, Erica? Are you on the West Coast like how I am? But usually I like to share some other stories, but it's like how I am. But usually I like to share some other stories, but I think I'm actually going to jump off here now. It's been, I think, more than half an hour, but that's pretty much how it's been. I think more than half an hour, but that's pretty much all I wanted to go over. I will just jump on again tomorrow. I'll go live again around the same time. I was kind of late jumping on today, but I, you know, will just share my story once again and the business opportunity tomorrow. And for those, you know, who are wanting to look into this, just check out the LINK in my profile, dailypay.com. Enter an email that works best for you, and I will go ahead and send you some free information. You can email me back with any questions that you have. I'd be happy to help. And then, you know, just take a look, check it out, see if it's for you or not. You know, it doesn't hurt to check it out. And, you know, whatever it is you're going through, it doesn't have to stay that way. You can get out of that situation you're in, or you don't have to stay stuck, you know, especially if you're working a job and you just want more, you know, for your kids or your family as well. You know, just take a look into this opportunity, because, you know, like I said, everyone's jumping online. Almost 50% of adults are wanting to work from home or do something online, you know. So just see if it's for you or not, and then message me or email me with any questions that you might have. As a Kim, welcome. I was about to jump off here now, but thank you for those who joined and for the support from the community. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate, you know, anyone who's watching from the outside. I'll jump on again tomorrow and then just share everything I shared this evening. But hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Have a blessed evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow.